Do with me, not to me, together. Hello everyone. Yes, my name is Sara Turle, and for the last 9 years I've worked together with staff and other patients developing patient partnership. It is particularly special being here today because Pen and I go back to 2017 and they have been such a good friend to me in not only believing in me but offering opportunity to share my work. And with a more recent developing relationship with the good folk at Bicker, just lovely to be here, sharing this platform with equally dedicated people. And I'm so looking forward to hearing more about their tremendous work. So where did it all begin for me? April 2010, fit, well, and just 50. An aggressive breast cancer with spread came to my door. This breast cancer saw me receiving everything bar the kitchen sink of treatments. But end of 2014, 4.5 years after diagnosis, with 3 new scares ruled out, but a combination of a highly pressured work environment and a number of debilitating side effects of mild cognitive impairment, increasingly impacting on my ability to do my job and with that my well-being, I very sadly gave up my career. A lifetime of working from 17 and my much loved job in education. If you ask me what was the greatest impact of that cancer, it was the impact on my working life, on my identity. Who was I now? August 2020 saw my husband with stage 4 mouth cancer and receiving a raft of aggressive treatments, but happily with no spread, is currently believed to be cancer-free, and long may that continue. And now to this year, April 2023, I was devastatingly diagnosed with a standalone, incurable lung cancer. I can honestly say I never saw that coming. I am so grateful that the molecular makeup of my cancer has allowed me treatment that gives me best chance of length and quality of life. And my gratitude goes to the scientists and research that has resulted in my power-packed, tiny nugget of gold tablet. The recent Penner Awards was additionally special as I left my oncologist to travel to Birmingham, directly having been given the first CT scan results since treatment started. And the best news I could hope to get was that the tide of cancer was being held back. And with that first evidence gave cause for real hope for my prognosis of 18 months to a few years. And believe me, I am aiming high. Since my much loved lifetime of working ended nearly 9 years ago, I have built one of the most rewarding and passion-filled careers in patient partnership, championing the benefits of working together with healthcare. But I'm not a bigwig or a big cheese. I genuinely see myself as a wee minnow floundering in this big sea at times. But by heck, I'm trying to be the mightiest minnow I can. So what does that mean to me? It means that I see myself as an equal partner in my own healthcare. Do with me, not to me, together. And what do I ask of my health practitioners? I ask that you treat me with the respect I will treat you with. I want your ears as much as your voice. I want your skill, knowledge, professionalism, and kindness. I ask for straight talk and honesty. If you think or know something, I want to know too, and I will greatly appreciate and work together with you for it. It also means recognizing patients as health experts too, and believing that best outcomes in anything to do with healthcare can only happen when we work in partnership, involved from the outset, not you and us, but we together. What has served me well is that I have never veered from my message of working together in partnership. I am not a critical friend, and I dislike the phrase. I am someone who genuinely wants to work together in partnership, learning together, and in so doing, improving experience and safety for both patients and staff. Building relationships and trust has been absolutely key, and this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Not falling at the first hurdle, and believe me, there will be a number, so perseverance is a must. Being genuinely interested in people and curious as to roles and why we do things has played a significant role too. And why is patient partnership so important to me? For me, it's everything. This is my body, my life, and anything to do with it, I should absolutely be involved with and part of. This is our NHS. When we work together, we are stronger and have the best chance of best outcomes for all, whether with your own personal healthcare or with the far bigger picture of healthcare and the NHS generally, helping to answer the key question of what is true value to a patient. In my own healthcare, I am the one constant in everything that happens. And whilst I can, I use my notes, knowledge, understanding to help professionals. And that, in turn, helps me. As we know, continuity of communication and care can be and is a significant challenge. Being involved can also increase safety as another catch point in the Swiss cheese model of multiple layers. So what do I say to patients and professionals? Seems so simple. It works for me. Build relationships by treating each other as you would want to be treated, and encourage, welcome, and respect what each can bring to the table. What wealth of experience and knowledge there will be. And since the end of 2014, that is exactly what I've done. Initially working together with the trust that saved my life in London, Barking-Havering and Redbridge University Hospitals, NHS Trust, and now with Kent and Medway Cancer Alliance and NHS England Cancer Patient and Public Voice Forum. I've been involved in a lot of processes and initiatives that bring improvement of experience to patients. This has seen me involved in so much. The making of 2 cancer support films for patients, quality improvement initiatives, patient safety work, raising awareness to symptoms of different cancers, to mention a few things. But at the core has been being out in patient areas, speaking with and listening to patients, relatives and staff, experiencing what they were experiencing and using what I learned to help me in my work with staff improving experience. And back in 2017, the first of our 2 cancer films, Getting to Know Us, won a Penner Award. Unique in that it was made by patients, for patients, together with an amazing group of staff. A true example of partnership working at its absolute best. We then went on, using the same formula, to make our second film, Getting to Know Chemotherapy, with more than 10,000 combined views, to hear from patients and families how they have helped them means the world to us. Since this year's awards, my work continues, and I am taking absolutely every opportunity to spread the word of partnership working, whilst also getting stuck in on pieces of work. I am particularly delighted, though, to have been in discussions with another large NHS organisation looking at how patient partnership could be developed, making connections, building links and looking at possibilities. I have now experienced recent excellent care in a number of towns and hospitals. And whilst I've been saying this for the last 9 years, I have never seen or heard how challenging things are now for staff and patients. Patient experience can't happen without staff experience. Patient safety certainly can't happen without staff safety. We are all in this together, which is why I believe we need to support and work together for the very best outcomes and experience for all. My nomination for this year's award did not come from an organisation. It came as a total surprise to me from an unbelievable group of people across the last 9 years, led by Emma, who it has been my privilege to work with. Staff and lay people who saw possibilities, displayed bravery with this new way of thinking, opened doors, walked through doors, sat at tables with me and welcomed me and other patient partners as we developed partnership together. To be nominated in this way was beyond precious, and to win the award was just the icing on the cake. To them, and so many others over the years, I couldn't have done any of this without you. This has always been about us together, and without the together, I wouldn't be here today. As long as I am able, I will continue. So, who am I now? I am the proudest of patient partners, and this is the power of partnership. Thank you.